paid in any way outside payroll?
Is it that you
I ask a
outside
question
the
to you.
IPPD or
To you. Yes.
I am in the payroll of the
Are you
county
paid
government of
anything
Nandi.
else on any other payroll?
No.
Witness? Next witness?
No.
The other one?
No.
And you?
No.
Now, finally, do you have any relatives that you have, and when I say relatives here, I'm referring to the ones that are very close to you. It could be your nuclear family that you have employed during your period of being in these offices.
Categorically no.
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 Final question to Nancy. Your PF number, when you moved, did it change?
No, a PF number does not change. My PF number is
So did you take along any advantages because you had been employed as a casual first and you came that way?
No.
So you entered at what grade formally in this government?
At job group P.
Directly? From
Yes,
what
through
job
an advert. It was an advertisement.
Okay. So you entered directly at job group P?
Yes. When it's an advert through the chair, even if today the national government was to advertise for a job at job group R, and I meet the minimum qualifications, I could still be engaged directly and job group R, provided I meet the qualifications.
Can the case be made that you have been very favored in this county government?
That's a false allegation.
I just asked, can it be?
I've
Can such a
answered
case?
no.
Can such a case be made?
No.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, honorable members. I think before I bring the session to an end, I will ask maybe 2 questions to all of you. Considering the happenings, do you see that public funds, public money have been lost? Vice Chair.
If the courts will determine.
Ask a question. And why should you make reference to the court and yet you are talking about sub judice? I've asked that question, that considering all the happenings, do you see or do you feel that public money have been lost irregularly?
Any irregular process that has been done and public money is expended, yes.
Madam, it's either a yes or no answer. Eh? So do you feel that considering all the irregularities, if they are there, is it possible that public money have been lost? Yes or no? Madam Irene?
Yes, it is possible.
No, I don't want you to introduce the issue. Yes, it is possible. It is either yes or no.
Yes.
Mogoi?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Now, I want to make some directions that the Vice Chair, you will provide us with your documents for scrutiny, and including the leave of service that you sought so that you became the CEO during the first inception of devolved government, and including all your details to the TSC number. And for the CEO, the acting CEO, you also provide the same. All the documentation and including all the minutes. For all the activities that the board has done pertaining to HR issues. I think I'm clear on that. This should be provided by latest Monday 10. And on the issue of Mogoi, you will also have to give us details concerning the transfer, full transfer of service. You will also have to give us your TSC number, the then TSC number, so that this committee will have to do some own way of verification. The same to Irene. You must provide all your details and all the documents to that effect, so that we can also peruse through, so that when at the point of making a decision, we make the correct decision. Otherwise, maybe I will give you 30 seconds to make your last
Maybe, Chair, as they
Okay. From the members, I will also require minutes on the resolution for the revocation of the letters. 2, now that you have been taken to court, we also need to know how much money are you going to spend on the litigation issue. And finally, before I forget, Nancy, you will also have to produce to this committee a schedule of all the board's expenditure for the last 2 financial years. Secondly, Mogoi said that you did an analysis. We also want the minutes on the same analysis that was done by the board, and the report to that effect. I think I'm clear on that.
Honorable Chair.
Chair, you forgotten the resignation and acknowledgement of Mogoi from the TSC. Resignation letter and acknowledgement from the TSC.
I think that is taken. You
Chairman,
need to give us your acknowledgement and the resignation letter for scrutiny.
Honorable Chairman,
Yes.
there is something very critical. You remember, these officers have been talking about the authorized officers. These authorized officers, they are the ones who selected them through a process. I recall we asked them a question on the people who applied to be taken up as chief officers. Is that information with us now, including the shortlist and whatever it is that they did, including the interview schedules and the names they finally sent out to the governor? Did they bring this? Can we confirm? Because I have not checked. Did you send them?
Kindly remind me, when was that?
I think they should.
Also, Chair, so that we don't forget,
Yes.
the list of all the officers, all the employees who are serving under, who have had leave elsewhere and are now with us.
I think that our secretariat can confirm that they sent out a request for you to give us the long list, the applicants of the COs, the short list, and all the details regarding that, including minutes and the rankings, interview schedules.
Maybe
Did they supply that?
Can I answer that?
Chair, before that one, we are giving so that whenever they will be giving summary, we must have some.
Taking up the issues that are those, yes. I direct that as the members put, you just take it.
Yes. Now, Chair, I would also want to hear from the acting.
No, honorable member, we are not going to.
No, not going back on summary. Now that we, workers are at home, there is a case in court. What will be the state now? He has never mentioned anything that as we wait for the case, what happens now with the hospital? What happened with those workers? Should they wait? Should they be handing some amount? Should they not? Give us a brief on the status of workers as we wait for the court. Because we are aware hospitals are closed now. Just in brief, because I know.
Okay, there was this issue to do with the CEOs. You made an advert. They applied.
Yes.
We also need a list of the applicants, the shortlisted ones, and the forwarded, which are the successful. And in that structure, you should give us that. And for that one, I'm directing that one should be availed today. Today, before the business ends today. I'm directing that one before 5 today. The applicants who applied for the chief officers' positions, according to the various departments, the shortlisted candidates, the interviewed candidates, and to that effect, you also provide to us the scoring of each candidate. And finally, the list that was given for appointment and finally approval. And that one should be provided to this house by 5 today. I think, is there any other issue?
The original letters for the CEO.
And maybe on that effect, the minutes for every interview to be supplied also for further scrutiny of this honorable committee. Otherwise, I will now give the vice chair and the whole team to give a closing remark of maybe 30 seconds so that we wind up.
Chair, allow me to ask the CEO, and we come this way. I'll be the one to conclude.
Thank you, Chair. I would personally want to appreciate that the interaction we have had, and would seek your indulgence or your guidance. My invite, because as the chair said, we were given personal invites. So the personal invite for me is for 14th. Would I be required to come back because it is next week? The personal invite was for 14th.
No, I think we had rescheduled, but in case of any issue arising, we shall make communication.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Otherwise, we really appreciate your time. Thank you.
And maybe this one goes directly to you, the acting. You are the custodian of all the records of the service board. The issue that I've directed that should be provided today, make sure you are there to that, please. Mogoi.
Chair, would you allow me? In my submissions, I said the handing over was not done. So some of them, and I took oath, I would not go maybe prepare or do something. I was not handed over some of them. And I said at the beginning of this meeting. Now,
Honorable Chair,
I will seek your indulgence.
Honorable Chair, I think let's clarify this from the Chair. When were the interviews for the CEOs done?
I think the adverts went out in late 2022. Yes, October 2022, and we did the interviews in February, was it January, February 2023?
February 2023.
So maybe with the assistance of the vice chair.
Oh, sorry. The advert is actually there. It was in October. The adverts went out in October, and we did the interviews because we were running interviews for several from late 2022 to early 2023. I'll just confirm the exact dates.
So, but you are in charge of the interviews.
Yes, that is the board.
So you will give us the requirements that I've just directed.
Yes, we'll give her all the necessary support that she requires.
And should be delivered by today at 5 o'clock.
Yes, Chair.
Thank you. Mogoi.
Yes, Chair and members, thank you.
Madam Irene.
Chair and members, we really appreciate this interaction. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Vice.
Thank you very much, Chair and honorable members. I would like to appreciate the session that we've had. In case we have said anything that may be construed that we were not obedient in any way, we are sorry for that, but we are all committed to ensuring that we have a coherent public service and service delivery to the people of Nandi. In all fairness, as a public service board, that is what we are interested in. Thank you.
Okay, on behalf of the Secretariat and the honorable members, I will also like to thank you for the engagements that we have had together. Maybe what I will only want to emphasize is the submissions of the documents that we've requested. So otherwise, may I wish you well in all your endeavors. Thank you very much and be blessed. I will now request the Sergeant at Arms to usher. I will now, no, the report by the committee will be made public. So that one will be a public document and you will receive it. I will now request.
I, Kiptarbei Mwakoi Ruto, do hereby affirm to testify on all matters in question and to tell this committee the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Or any other aspects. And I do not understand, probably maybe you can tell me what exactly you mean by terminating a person.
Assume it is a disciplinary process, for example. What is the procedure?
The disciplinary process. Yeah. There is a whole procedure of the disciplinary process is started by the department. And once the decision has been given, then it is passed to the Public Service Board for appropriate action.
So the one you used, which one did you use as a board?
We did not terminate. We used Section 75 of the County Governments Act, which says if it comes to the attention of the board that an irregularity has occurred, then the board will do the following, which is revoke the decision or direct the concerned head of department or the lawful authority to commence the process afresh or take any other action, including disciplinary action. But what I wanted, Chairman, is please do not allow us, the board, to go into the matter that is already, the substance of the matter that is already in court.
Yeah, now that he has deviated, allow me to ask one final one from the CEO. There is an officer who was affected. I think she's among the 18. You're saying it is 18? 1899. There is an officer working as the Human Resource Development Officer 1. That is Keter Chepkoskei Jacqueline, and was currently acting the administrator at Nandi Hills Hospital. ID number 33689328. Is that the same sister you talked about?
But she's not an employee.
Is it the same one?
No.
Okay.
Okay, through the chair.
Proceed.
Yeah. Okay. My question goes to the vice chair, to the board. So, is this the same board which sat in Kaimosi, verified the document, they came back, they sat down, issue appointment letters, and then in a span of less than a year, they went back again, they sat down and issue letters, revocational letters. Is it the same board?
Without
That question, Honorable Vice, I want to give guidance. Answer to the affirmative, either yes or no.
it is the same board that verified staff.
No. Answer to the affirmative.
Yes.
Is it the same board?
That did the exercise of verification in Kaimosi and
As
nullified
asked
letters.
by the Vice Chair, is it the same board?
This board has been in office since 2019. Yes.
Thank you. Honorable Mosby.
Yes, my question is about the senior officials of this government, some of them CEOs, on leave of service. Can you explain to us how that happens? And then finally, although it's a question that Chairman, you had ruled that we put it to rest, but I want to some clarification. And I think Wakili alluded to the fact that while acting in a position, one should not prevent expeditious and substantive feeling of the position in which they act. Now, the chair has been in the position of chair for 3 years now. Isn't it that having acted for 3 years, haven't you prevented the expeditious feeling of the position of chair of Public Service Board? So question, what is this leave of service? And how have you been enforcing it? And who are these senior officers who are on leave of service within this government of Nandi? Can you, because you have records, you can provide us.
Let me answer the one for the
leave,
expedition.
sorry, Chair, through the Chair, leave of absence. I think that is the word.
Let me answer with the last one, where if my being the vice chair and performing the duties of the chair would prevent expeditious filling of that vacant position, which has been even advertised twice. And I think this House knows that there was the first time that it was advertised. People were invited for interview. By the way, we don't do it ourselves. It is done by the
Honorable
executive.
Chair,
So,
point of order. Point of order, Honorable Chair. I think you were ruled out on that issue of acting capacity, and she want to explain more after being on silent mode.
No, honorable members, for you to get it right, Honorable Mosby has asked a question. that